Hello my loves, welcome back to Burning Times Tarot. I'm Jenny. So tonight I'm going to be doing an energy check-in for the Pisces new moon, which is on the 2nd of March, and just general early March energies. So this one is quite significant because we have the new moon in Pisces conjunct Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet. It is the planet of luck and expansion and generally good fortune, and traditionally it was the ruler of Pisces until Neptune was discovered. So we have, Pisces ruled by Neptune, so representing like the planet of dreams and possibly delusion, conjunct this planet of expansion and good luck. And so I feel like it's creating this real kind of energetic shift where people are, in general, I mean, it might not feel like this on a collective level politically at the moment, but I do feel like there's an energetic shift where people are becoming more and more aware of how their choices and actions impact the world around them, right? And how they impact themselves. And just this new kind of level of, I guess, awakening for a lot of people. Obviously not everyone, but for the people that are in tune with these energies on some level or another, there is this sort of, like upgrade or expansion happening. And I mentioned recently, like I could sense a lot of heart chakra activations happening and a lot of sacral chakra activations happening as well. So yeah, a lot of expansion emotionally, psychologically, and sexually, creatively as well. So like really beautiful, but there's a tension within that as well, which is really prominent, and it is that sense. It's like that kind of, I keep thinking of the number 9 because it's like the number right before completion. So and that can denote like a push and pull kind of energy to it, because it's like you're moving towards something but you're not there yet, and so that in itself can feel like stagnation even though it's not. Like it really is a time of growth, but it can be like this like holding pattern kind of energy to it, which always has that tension in it. So that's definitely what I've been picking up on a lot energetically. I said I would get into channel messages as well. There's been so many, I don't even I mean, that's part of why I like doing the daily cards. I do daily cards on Instagram. That has helped with the channel messages, because even still I can only fit like 3 or 4 in there usually anyways. But I'm gonna go, we'll go to the Animal Oracle in a little bit. So, there's just too much. Now I'm starting to get a bit scatterbrained. I'm starting to trance out a little bit. So because we're starting off with the Pisces new moon, I felt called to pull from the Moonology deck first, get one card that's like an overall just kind of energy for the reading, and then I'll get into tarot and do a few more oracles and pull some songs. So, Source, can you please give us Burning Times Tarot Soul Family a collective message about the energies around this Pisces new moon, March 2nd, 2022, and early March energies, what are we heading into? So I think Venus and Mars are going to conjunct Pluto very soon, and they're still traveling together. So, although March is the only month this year that has no retrogrades, so there's always is there always a silver lining? I don't know. I'd like to think so. Okay, let's see. Can we get one card, please? Sometimes there's not, but No, that's too funny. Oh, God, please, source. Oh. One card. Alright, source needs a little more coaxing here. Speaking of sacral chakra openings, I just realized how much fucking animal print is going on in this, and that's not on purpose. I guess that's just the vibe. Source. Okay, I was about to give up there. So, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. This came out in this week's pick a card, I'm pretty sure. Oh crap, I haven't done the pick a card this week. Oh, it's been a little hectic. It's new moon, which obviously is what we're heading into. And we just came out of Aquarius season. I'm not sure when the moon is going to be back in Aquarius. But bring love into the situation. I mean, that's pretty clear. So if that's the overall energy of the reading, well, we'll see, won't we? Sorry, I'm a bit tranced out. I feel like I'm not very articulate at the moment. Oh, yeah, I've been having a lot of insomnia, which I've always kind of had on and off. I mean, there were like 2 years I barely slept, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, there's been a lot. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that, but I think that's going to start to die down again. But, oh, speaking of channel messages, as I was just setting up for the video, this song, it's actually on one of my playlists. I think it's on 2 of Cups. W.I.G.T.S. When I Go to Sleep by S. Maharba started playing really loud in my head as I was like setting this up. So yeah, some of you may be experiencing some sleeplessness, or you're longing for somebody as you're falling asleep, like the song says. But that came through really loud there. So actually, how do I want to do this? Okay, I had to go back and check because I'm not used to remembering spreads. So I had adjusted this slightly. So I think 3 is perfect because this is a moon reading. So the first card is, what is the current energy? So this one card, please. What is the current energy? Pisces. Cards are being very stubborn tonight. What's going on? They were fine earlier. So let's see, one card. There you go. King of Swords. Interesting. That was in the last reading. And what is coming up to be healed during this new moon? So what is coming up to be healed during this new moon in Pisces? Ace of Cups, and What is the outcome if the lesson is integrated? So, some cards, please. Holy shit, okay. So, the current energy, King of Swords. Yeah, this was in the last reading. One of the piles for the March blessings. I think it just came out over the weekend too, so like this energy is definitely in the air for sure. So again, King of Swords is clarity, it's balance, it is clarity of thought, clarity of communication. And again, you know, swords are air, so it is the mind. It's also the nervous system. And so for some of you, that was the other thing, is I have been picking up that some of you might be having like a lot of issues like with your stomach, or like a lot of stomach aches or like headaches. And I used to, well, I still do, but I used to suffer from really, really bad migraines, like constant migraines. So I know how horrible that can be. So yeah, I've been sensing that, but also picking up that, like, I think with this new moon, there's some sort of release, obviously, because there's some sort of breakthrough or like clarity happening here, and that is actually going to help ease the stomach issues. Like, yeah, I'm getting like stomach issues due to like stress and anxiety. Yeah, I'm hearing for some of you as well. I always point out the butterflies that are on the throne, but my eye is actually really, really being drawn to these trees down here, and the clouds. And so yeah, I'm just picking up that a lot of you have been walking in nature a lot, and maybe like making more of an effort to spend some time outdoors, and that's been really beneficial. And yeah, that's wonderful. And you know, if any of you have, because of anything that I've said, like, that means the world to me. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, please feel free to let me know, because I would love to know that. But whatever, for whatever reason, like, I'm really getting this sense that spending more time alone, spending more time outside has really been helping a lot of you to reflect and get this renewed sense of clarity, and really, I'm hearing like feel a lot more balanced in yourselves than maybe you have in a while. And so that's a really, again, like, that's a beautiful energy. And I mean, followed by the Ace of Cups. So again, like, this is such a powerful card of clarity, and like purity. And I mean, so it's, again, this is so similar to that pile from the pick a card. Which one was it? Was it the first one? I can't remember, but we had both of these come up. Was it the same reading? Good God, it's hard to remember. Sometimes they start to blend together. But again, there's been this ongoing theme. So obviously, it's just because I'm picking up on your energies, and this has been an ongoing energy, but it's this renewed, or maybe even brand new, like not even renewed, just like this level of balance between thought and emotion that just maybe some of you just really haven't ever had before, or haven't had in a very long time, and it feels very new and very healing, and that's amazing energy. And I'm going to get to this last card in a second, because holy fuck. But this is the card of like what is coming up to be healed during this new moon. So there is still something, you know, there is this balance, but just like in one of the piles where I was saying there's something coming up to be healed and it cannot be ignored. Again, this is sort of saying, like, do not ignore this, because this is the way to maintain that clarity. You know, alignment in, I'm hearing alignment in thought and deed. That is really the only way forward, and the only way to maintain this clarity. And I mean, you won't fucking regret it, because the last card, what is the outcome if the lesson is integrated, is the Lovers. Now again, I always say, for some of you, this is about balance within yourself, because the Lovers, at its core, is about love of self, right? Before they can join together, they have to experience true self-love first, right? So for some of you, this balance is all within you, but it is, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's renewal, it's healing. This is such a beautiful energy, and it really is like starting a whole new chapter of your life, right? And the Lovers is also about being passionate about something, you know, and that can be another person, but it can also just be, again, I'm always saying, like, what lights you up, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel like yourself. The Lovers is about falling in love with life, right? Falling in love with the things that make you happy and passionate. And so, yes, for some of you, this is another person. Like, we've been getting so many messages around divine counterparts and divine timing. So for some of you, this is another person that is going to be entering your life very soon. Wow. And I always have to mention the archangels. This is Archangel Raphael. So again, for those of you for whom that resonates, and still be getting a lot of Garden of Eden imagery, and we have that on the Lovers. And I mentioned the lily pads as well, because lily pads came through a couple days ago, and then I pulled the Ace of Cups in the last video. Well, holy shit. I mean, what the... I was gonna pull clarifiers, but it's like... I don't wanna sully the beautiful energy of this with, yeah, I'm not going to. Wow. Okay. Animal messages. Yeah, first it was pairs of eagles, and then today there was a pair of hawks. And I was on this hill, and the two of them were just circling around and doing these like lazy circles, and sometimes they'd like go into a tree and then they'd like dive down and come back up, and they were just dancing together and just hovering kind of like right overhead, and it was really beautiful. And then after that, like about a dozen crows just came and started like hanging out. So it's been a lot of bird messages for sure. Okay, Source, can you please get an animal message for brain time style self-healing? Pisces. What is going on? One card, please, Source. Samara. Magic, wonder, possibility. Entertain the wondrous curiosity of your inner child. The ordinary is infused with magic and is always at your fingertips. Remember, nature is your ally, co-creating with you every step of the way. Check in with what is at hand. Possibility surrounds you. So again, such a beautiful energy. I hope this is gonna focus. I don't know if it will. Just what I was saying, like falling in love with life, being open to the idea that you deserve to have something beautiful or magical or something that you've hoped for, right? You know, there's always a lot of talk about the law of attraction, but, excuse me, hold on. As I was saying, there's always a lot of talk around the law of attraction. But I think really what it comes down to is that energy, everything is energy, right? And like attracts like is the general law, right? So if there's a certain energy that you want to attract into your life, you have to kind of, part of manifesting something is learning how to live in that space energetically before it's actually manifested, right? And so just learning how to, I guess how to, yeah, like get to that space energetically, and live in that energy, even though in the 3D, the thing that you're manifesting hasn't actually arrived. I feel like I just repeated myself again and I haven't made it any clearer. Now I'm ranting. I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to just fucking Starseed Oracle. Is that what we're... Okay. You know, I feel like I need to shuffle. That was my stomach. I don't know if that is going to get picked up on camera, but in case it is. Okay, so let's get one card. This is new one. This card came out in the last video. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Balance, just as I was saying, right? So, and physical and emotional, I was talking about the stomach thing and the headaches. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some very deep healing happening on so many levels. And, you know, this does mention Arcturus energy, so for anyone who resonates as like a starseed, and resonates as Arcturian, or that might be relevant for you. I'm still learning about a lot of that stuff. I got very diverted from my spiritual path for quite a while, because otherwise it's something I would have researched like a million years ago. Yeah, again, I'm getting, so we had Raphael in this reading, and then she does have like these sort of wings around her. So again, I've been getting so many messages around like angelic protection in the readings lately, and so many messages, yeah, particularly Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, and a few others, but those are the main ones. Yeah, some of you, I'm hearing some of you have maybe been doing psychedelics, or maybe some of you just started smoking weed again, and maybe you hadn't for a long time, but that there's some sort of substance, but like a natural, not substance like that sounds, but something that some of you have maybe started doing or used to, and maybe have started again, but it has been really beneficial for you, like that, you know, you're using it as a spiritual tool, not necessarily just for recreation. Not like there's nothing wrong with recreation, but that, yeah, it's or maybe that it's something that you just sort of did recreationally, but now you've been really directing it towards really growing spiritually, and that has given you a lot of insight. So that's really beautiful. And then for others of you, I'm hearing it's just more a matter of like meditation and nature walks and just this, you know, that the King of Swords energy, that clarity, along with the Ace of Cups, is really that, yeah, like a sense of clarity that has really been brought on by like increased meditation and just we get a new level of introspection. So that's really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I just love this one so much. I'm going to do this and then the music, and then that's it. Okay, so can I please get one card for Springtime Star Soulful New Moon Pisces. I shuffled these before as well. New Moon Pisces. So we have Traveler, move in a new direction. So yeah, as I was saying, it's really having a new perspective on things. You know, obviously seeing her dress and the map behind her, like it's hard not to think about everything that's happening in the world right now, especially with the Ukraine, but obviously, you know, that's not the only conflict. But this is like a real, I'm getting this feeling of, I'm also, my eyes really being drawn to, oh God, what do you call this again? God damn it. There's like a specific thing that it's called when it's on a map. Anyways, but I've actually been getting a bunch of messages around compasses today, this morning, and just last night I kind of was fixing up my, I have an ofrenda here, which is like, you know, an altar for like, you know, loved ones that have passed, and I actually moved my grandpa's compass, because it had kind of fallen behind some stuff, and so yeah, I'm really noticing the compass on here, but I'm really getting this like real sense of this widening perspective, which is like what I was saying about that kind of Jupiterian energy, because that is like an energy of expansion. And yeah, I'm almost seeing like when you're at the movies, when they would do like the, oh, what was it called? The, not stereoscope, what was it? But, you know, when they'd have like, they'd go into like panoramic, and, you know, you see like the curtains kind of, when it goes to widescreen, I'm getting that sense of, you know, someone who maybe had like blinders on, you know, and I'm getting, well, I'm getting Taurus energy, and, well, I'm getting fixed sign energy, because, and again, like I'm Taurus, so I understand, I have a lot of fixed energy in my chart. That, you know, when you're like set on a goal and you have like this thing in mind, sometimes you just get like this tunnel vision, and it's like you don't see anything else. And I'm just getting this sense of like someone who's just kind of been like chugging along with these blinders on, and then all of a sudden like they fall away, and suddenly like everything in their periphery starts to come into focus, right? When all they've been seeing for so long is like, now I'm going to aspect ratios. But yeah, it's like they've been in 4-3 and then all of a sudden everything expands to 16-9, you know? Just this real, like, yeah, opening. But, and I'm getting this, I'm hearing breath of fresh air, like, this sense of suddenly, yeah, now suddenly I'm feeling like I'm getting hit with this kind of like brisk, this breeze, and just that real, that sense of, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Oh, I'm so tired. Invigorating. That was it. I was like, it's not refreshing. Invigorating. Yeah, I keep hearing like someone feeling invigorated. And yeah, vigor is like such a great, a vigorous or like vital and potent. Like those are all such great words. And those are also very like, well, it's kind of Mars and Jupiter, but anyways, yeah. Some of you might actually be traveling, and a lot of people are starting to travel again. This is called Traveler, and move in a new direction. So yeah, I was saying like being aligned in thought and deed. So some of you are really like having some insights about things that maybe aren't aligned with you anymore, because that's been coming up a lot lately. And we did have like the tower moment that was showing up a while back. So yeah, it's this real sense of having this renewed clarity and really yeah, putting it into action and really starting to move into like a new phase of your life. So that is, oh, this reading has been so beautiful. I just wish I was more articulate. Yeah, so we're gonna get a song, shall we? And I mixed the shit out of this earlier, so, but you know, obviously these are ongoing energies, so I mean it makes sense that stuff would repeat itself, but it's so frustrating. So, source, can you please get a song? Pisces, new moon. So we have Curse by the Internet. So, I mean, that actually makes perfect sense because we had the Lover's card. And so for some of you, if this is like a divine counterpart / twin flame connection, especially if there's possibly like a separation, then it could be that this person is coming back into your life again. Or it could just be someone that you have some kind of soul connection to, or might share past lives with, if you believe in that, if that resonates with you. But definitely someone that is meant to play a big role in your life, even if it's not, even if it's someone you've never met before, even if you don't believe in, you know, soulmates or karmics or any of that. I'm gonna say someone or something that is coming into your life soon that is going to play a really big role in the next chapter of your life. And again, as I said, with the Lovers, so for those of you where it's not a person, then it is something like some new passion, some new hobby, career, direction, friendships, but something that is really going to help define this new chapter and this new, like, more aligned version of yourself and of your life. So, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing such beautiful energy with me. It was an honor to do this reading for you. And yeah, if this did resonate with you, I really hope it does. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. I do daily cards, channeled songs, and channel messages. Weekly pick-a-cards. Maybe not this week though, we'll see. somewhat sporadic weekly pick a cards. I'm going to have a lot more content coming though, and you can follow me on Spotify for tarot themed playlists. I have a few more that are ready to go up very soon. And yeah, good luck and see you next time.